You could leave life right now, as Marcus Aurelius says, let that determine what you do and say and think. Life is short. Do everything as if it was the thought or action of a dying person, Marcus says. My favorite story about Marcus Aurelius comes at the depths of the Antonine Plague, which is a horrible pandemic that kills millions of people. Rome's economy has been devastated. People are dying in the streets, and everyone feels like it can't possibly get better. And what does Marcus Aurelius do? He walks through the imperial palace and begins to mark things for sale. For 2 months, he sells on the lawn of the great emperor's palace the jewels and robes and couches, the finery owned by the emperor. He's sending a message. He says, I'm not going to put myself first. I don't need these fancy things, not when people are struggling. He says, I'm going to do the little things that make a difference. To me, this is like the CEO who takes a pay cut in a bad economy. This is the athlete who renegotiates their contract so the team can bring on new people. This is the leader who sacrifices and struggles, who puts the people first, not their own comfort and needs. That's what greatness is like, and that's why I love this story from Marcus Aurelius. You're not stuck. I know you think you are, but what the Stoics wanted you to know is that yes, one path might be closed, but another remains open, right? The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Marcus Aurelius isn't saying that nothing can ever stop you. He's saying that when you're stopped in one capacity, there remains other capacities open to you. You always have the opportunity to practice virtue, practice excellence, to change in some form or another based on what's happening. We don't control what happened, we control how we respond. That's what Stoic philosophy is about. So yes, one path can be closed, a door can be shut, but the window remains open. You know, someone gets in your way, someone blocks you, someone prevents you. Sure, that happens, but they can't stop you from being patient. They can't stop you from practicing forgiveness. They can't stop you from going in a different direction, from changing your mind, trying something new, growing because of this, learning because of it. The Stoics say no one prevents us from accommodating, adapting, changing, integrating the experiences, the obstacles that are in our path, and turning them into new paths. Because you could be good today, instead you choose tomorrow. We put it off. We say, I'm gonna get started on the diet. I'm gonna get started on the novel. I'm gonna get started cleaning the house. I'm not gonna do it today. I'm gonna do it tomorrow. If it was about information, no one would be overweight. No one would be unhealthy. Everyone would have six-pack abs. Every project would get completed. We know how to do it. The problem is that we don't do it. We don't take the steps. That's why the Stoics had the discipline of action. At the end of the day, it's all about the action. It's not what you say, it's not what you think, it's what you do. What action are you gonna take? What step are you gonna take? And really, that's how you finish stuff, step by step. Just take the first step, Marcus Aurelius says. No one can stop you from that. It's self-discipline. Nobody else signed up for it. You signed up for it. So your learning and your study and your self-improvement, you have to be sure that you're applying this only to yourself. Marcus Aurelius says, tolerant with others, strict with yourself. The purpose of all this is to make you a better master of yourself. It's not to make you condescending or patronizing or controlling of other people. It's called self-discipline for a reason. It's your discipline over yourself. You leave everyone else and their mistakes and their way of doing things to them. You're busy, I'm busy, but how much of what we're busy with actually matters? Marcus Aurelius says, ask yourself with everything you do and say, is this essential? Because most of what we do and say is not essential. And he's so right. Most of what we do is because people asked us to do it, or people told us to do it, or that's how we've always done it.